everyone, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Inside and Out. We're going to talk about Rodney's favorite subject, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. By the way, that opening, if you've not went to livechampionshipwrestling.com, get over there and see what's going on with Championship Wrestling, brought to you by Pro Wrestling Inside and Out. All right, gorgeous ladies of wrestling. Jack, I think we just go ahead and start and tell the story, because as we're telling the story, we then can talk about it a little bit, because maybe some of these things that we blamed some people for may not have been their fault. Let's go ahead and start that.
David McLane created the series while working as an announcer and promoter with Indianapolis-based World of Wrestling Association, the WWA. After seeing fans react to women's wrestling, Dick the Bruiser, who ran the WWA, believed that Indianapolis audiences would not be receptive to a wrestling promotion featuring female wrestlers and dismissed the concept as an unprofitable novelty. Undeterred, McLane went to Hollywood and posted casting notices in the Hollywood Reporter and Variety, leading to over 500 women showing up for auditions at the Hyatt on Sunset. The first auditions were at Gold's Gym, and the dozen finalists selected trained for 6 weeks at the Broadway Boxing Gym at 108th and Broadway in South Los Angeles, in the neighborhood of Watts. McLane hired professional wrestler Mondo Guerrero to train them, and later brought in wrestling veteran Cynthia Peretti, professionally known as Princess Jasmine, to take over from Guerrero. Peretti also wrestled in the series as Pepper. McLane partnered with the television distribution company Independent Network Incorporated, INI, headed by former Lorimar Telepictures executive Irv Hollander. Hollander's previous credits included producing Gumby, which was revived about the same time. It was through Hollander that McLane met Meshula Reckless, and chairman of Rapid American Corporation, a conglomerate which included ownership of the Riviera Hotel and Casino on the Las Vegas Strip. Reckless arranged for the Riviera Hotel to host Glow. Hollander's firm was in charge of distribution in a joint venture with a New York City-based syndicator, MG Perrin. And McLane headed the venture. Matt Cimber, who had recently directed the movie Butterfly, starring Reckless' then-wife, Pia Zadora, was brought in to provide creative services and direct the shows.
Can you believe that 500 women showed up? 500 showed up to be part of the Glow Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I think that's amazing. All right, Rodney.
A number of the original dozen wrestlers moved to Las Vegas and were supplemented by local women, many of whom had been actresses or showroom dancers. Laurie Thompson, a Las Vegas attorney and lead dancer in the Follies Bergeri. I'm just guessing at that.
Bergeret.
All right, there you go. At the Tropicana, played Susie Spirit. Thompson recruited others, creating and recruiting a chain of other friends and dancers. One of those, Laurelyn Palmer, who played Colonel Nino Tochka, took over the training of the new women. According to David McLane, the first actress hired was Janine Besson, I guess, who was working as a phlebotomist. I destroyed that one too at the time, and was as a character Hollywood. Besson was also appeared in Playboy, part of the pictorial title Lethal Women. She went on to do stunt work and started her own wrestling company, Hollywood Productions. The show was introduced in 1986 at the NAPTI convention, following the successful initial sales of 30 major television markets in the United States and 6 other countries. McLane brought in Jackie Stallone, mother Sylvester Stallone. I messed that up again. McLane brought in Jackie Stallone, who is the mother of Sylvester Stallone and played kayfabe Glow owner and the manager of the Good Girls. Kitty Burke, as Aunt Kitty, was the manager of the Bad Girls. Stallone had been promoting a physical fitness gym for women only. The syndicated Glow television show was produced for 4 seasons from 1980 to 1986 to 1990. Seasons 1 and 2 were shot at the Riviera on Saturday afternoons with the casino crowd. McClane and the majority of the original cast left the company in a dispute over the domination of lowbrow and blue hee-haw style comedy Clymer had infused into the show. McClane's new promotion became the Powerful Women of Wrestling. Seasons 3 and 4 were filmed at the former warehouse building approximately 3 miles east of the Riviera Hotel, which would later be the Harley-Davidson outlet. Keimer cast the new actress to play the other wrestlers.
Is that Simber?
Simber, okay.
Okay, here's the thing that we've talked about. We talked about Dave McClane. We talked about the hee-haw stuff. He left the company because he didn't like the hee-haw stuff. He didn't like the hee-haw style of comedy within the show. Yeah. So he did not want it to be done. I think we may have to apologize to him because we thought he was the one that was came up with that. But anyway, let's move on. The wrestling, they wrestled approximately 8 matches per live event. They showed itself different from Vince McMahon's World Wrestling Federation in that the venture held live events only for the purpose of taping television program versus running live shows in various cities, locations each week. They had actual television seasons consisting of 26 episodes that were each rerun once to complete the year, with a total of 104 episodes produced and aired. As Simber focused on producing, Andrew Hecker directed later episodes. A 5th season was being shot when the show went off the air in financial turmoil. Hecker directed an initial revival attempt in 1991, which became the pay-per-view special Go Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling Canvas Carnage, which included clips from every performer in the company's history, including McClane's return as host. McClane later created Women of Wrestling, also directed by Hecker and syndicated to TV stations by MG. And did you say that was Perrin?
Perrin.
In 2000, McClane performed as the ring announcer and host for seasons 1 and 2. McClane's announcing voice was replaced in season 2 to add more comedy feel to the episodes, using Miles' Headlock, a computer-generated knockoff of Max Headroom. Yes, I remember that very well. And a motor mouth, Mike Morgan, who sounded a lot like Howard Cosell, and I remember that very well as well. Steve Lantz was the senior referee in season 2 before becoming Glow's commissioner in season 3 and 4. He was the regular recipient of a Glow Girl beatdown in season 2. Johnny Carfella, as Johnny C., was the ring announcer for seasons 3 and 4, and the figurehead owner buying David McClane's interest in a storyline, also served as company's manager after the departure of McClane in 1987.
Each of the Glow performers had their own rap song, personalized lyrics using the name backing soundtrack. It was shown on videotape prior to that wrestler's match, similar to other wrestling promotions' use of wrestler-specific entrance themes. This gimmick may have been influenced by the Chicago Bears Super Bowl Shuffle. The music for the rap was written by Hank Donig, who did the music for the first 2 seasons, supervised by Morris I. Diamond. Music for seasons 3 and 4 was created by Brian Bogle and Ed Raba under the name Music at the Wang. Well, you set me up for that one, didn't you? Hecker gave each performer personalized digital video effects, including 3D effects and personalized logos, with Ann D. Vilbliss as graphic designer. The Glow company
did this, didn't they?
Did what?
They had some names in this thing.
Oh, I'm telling you. The Glow company has been owned and operated since 2001 by Ursula Hayden, who portrayed Babe, the farmer's daughter, Princess of Darkness, and Donna Matrix. Her first venture with Glow was a sold-out 2003 live event in the El Rey Theater in Hollywood, California, followed by a direct TV pay-per-view produced by Ursula Hayden and Johnny Caffarella, Glow's ring announcer for seasons 3 and 4. In April 2012, Glow returned to Las Vegas for a show that reunited former Glow participants Hollywood, Babe the Farmer's Daughter, Gremlina, Lightning, Thunderbolt, Melody Trouble Vixen, Ashley Cartier, Godiva, Daisy, Corporal Kelly. The show also featured new Glow wrestlers, including Sarah Deathray and VH1. Then later in 2012, she appeared in the documentary Glow, the story of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. A very good documentary too, by the way. It premiered on April 27th, 2012 at the Hot Docs Canadian International Documentary Festival and won the Best Documentary Award at the San Diego Comic-Con Film Festival. In 2017, after a few years of working with writers Liz Flahive and Carly Minch, Glow, a scripted comedy, drama series based on the actual wrestling promotion, was picked up by Netflix. Hayden now serves as a series consultant on that show.
Wow. A documentary film, Glow, The Stories of the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, was released in 2012. The film was directed by Brett Whitcomb and was written by Branford Thompson. It featured the music of ESG. The film premiered to positive reviews at the Hot Docs Canadian International Documentary Festival. You think they could make that simpler, by the way, and has since been featured at the New York Magazine, LA Weekly, RogerEbert.com, Vice Films, The Village Voice, and Mental Floss Magazine. It won the Best Documentary Award in 2012 at the San Diego Comic-Con Film Festival and the Audience Best Choice Documentary at Sidewalk Films Festival in Birmingham, Alabama. Glow is a TV series that premiered on Netflix in 2017. A scripted comedy drama, it tells a fictional story of the 1980s professional wrestling promotion that is based on the actual gorgeous ladies of wrestling. It was created by Liz Flahive and Carly Minch. I think hopefully that's her name, and stars Allison Brie, Betty Gilpin, and Mark Maron.
Hey, has anybody watched the Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling?
I did. I watched the first season. It was pretty good, and I never have got back to catch up with the rest of it. I think there's 3 or 4 seasons. I can't remember now.
Did it get canceled?
They have canceled it now, but it had. I think they pretty well told the full story they wanted to tell.
Okay, so whatever you want to say about Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, it did get 4 years, and people still talk about it today. It's incredible how people still talk about that 4 years of wrestling. I did not realize that Dave left to become to do Powerful Women's Wrestling. I didn't really realize that, but I guess we find out something new every day.
Yeah. And now Dave McClain is also behind the Women of Wrestling revival show that had been on until the pandemic hit, and they put everything on the table, stopped everything. But that was a very, very good show. It was leaps and bounds much better than I thought Glow ever was.
Yeah, Glow, we just done goofy stuff, and that was way before WWE ever done the stupid stuff. So it was, but it worked for them for a very small time. I can't believe that they went to the NABBY convention and it did they had 36 stations lined up for it. That was tremendous. Back then, you used to go to that. You could take your production or something, and you could see if you could get it on television syndication. I don't know if that even works that way anymore.
I don't know. And I did have the opportunity to meet Jeannie Basson. Oh boy, what a gorgeous woman she is, and sweet as she can be.
It kind of was interesting though. They took all the wrestling people out and they brought somebody in that didn't even know how to wrestle to put them in there.
Hey, well, WWE does it every day.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly that show is the WWE of today. No doubt.
It wasn't the greatest show in the history of professional wrestling, but it probably wasn't the worst. I've seen stuff that was
no.
probably worse than that. But the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. Let's see what our insiders have to say. The Insider Nation. So if you are a supporter of our channel, you can be a part of these videos. Michael Barr said, thanks, Robert. And he is present. He is with us right now. Richard Hood is checking in with us. Wrestling forever. I read that most of the 500 women had no idea that the wrestling was going to be legitimate. Well, the problem was I guess what they thought, it was just going to be, we're going to stop it and there's going to be maybe a stand-in for them.
Yeah, that's exactly what they thought. They didn't realize they were going to have to take all the falls.
I always liked the Natasha character. I always thought she was good. And there was also somebody that would wrestle as a voodoo woman.
Mm-hmm.
Was her name Big Mama?
Maybe.
That was my favorite one of all of it. All 3 episodes that I watched.
I have watched it since. So love the women from Glow. Let's see. My favorite was the Soul Patrol. There was a Soul Patrol on the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Yep.
Did not know that. I don't think I ever saw them on there. I remember the Farmer's Daughter. I remember her wrestling on there. Let's see. Max Headroom had not been seen in a few years. Yeah, that was their version of Max Headroom on there.
Yeah.
I wonder if they got sued for it. I'm just wondering if they got sued for that. When did women actually start wrestling as like the Fabulous Moolah? Oh, there was people before the Fabulous Moolah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was a lot of wrestlers before the Fabulous Moolah. I mean, you're talking. What's some? I can't. They're escaping me right now.
Well, there's. Gosh, I just watched it the other night. There's a movie or documentary on Netflix, not Netflix, Amazon Prime that you can rent. It's only like $2.99. The women of wrestling, and it covers women that wrestled in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Babs Wingo and some of those other ladies that started. She had 3 sisters, Ethel Johnson, and I can't remember the other one offhand. It's a great documentary. We had actually talked about it several times over here.
Yeah, so you got to get over there and watch it if you haven't. How many?
Michael, you can search us, Michael, on the on YouTube. We've done several episodes on the history of women's wrestling back in that
Yes. Time. How many women from Glow went on to the WWF, if any? I'm thinking.
Ivory is the only one I can think of.
For Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, or did she do the Powerful Women's of Wrestling?
I was yeah, she may have done the Powerful Women of Wrestling. You're right. I don't remember her being on Glow now that you say that.
Yeah, she could have been. She could have been.
Tina Moretti or Moretta or something like that.
Yeah, so she could have been on there. Somebody would have to check and see, but I'm pretty sure. I think Wrestling Forever said that. That was definitely. I think Tina, and we know she did go on from that. At least that group of people. Michael Barr said, agree, it was great how she could go from Glow to women's, but she was very good. Do you like her, Rodney? Do you like Ivory from WWE? I guess it was WWF then. I'm guessing he did. I guess Rodney didn't.
I actually don't remember who she is. I don't. If honestly, as I said before, I watched about 3 episodes of Glow, and then that's about it.
No, it says she was on Glow.
Okay, so she did come from Glow, Gorgeous Ladies. She was very good. When she finally got to WWF, I thought she did a very good job at wrestling for them. I don't know. I'm gathering Tom Pritchard or somebody worked with her. I'm not for sure because I think that was before Tom Pritchard would have been there, wasn't it? Yeah,
He may have been there, but he wasn't training at that time.
Let me see if I can throw a picture up of
she was trained by Mando Guerrero.
Okay.
Mando Guerrero.
So she was there at the beginning then.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can throw this picture, and maybe Rodney will remember her when I throw this picture up of. Because I always thought she was good, though. I always thought
I did. I always thought she was really good,
great wrestler, and I mean she was. Now, was she a Sherry Martel? No, but she was good at what she did. I thought. Let's see if I can find her. Now finding her picture could be a problem. I'm not the best computer person who puts my stuff where it needs to be. All right, here we go. You remember her now, Rodney? Evidently not.
No.
She was good. To me, she was very good at what she did.
Yeah.
She wasn't Sherry Martel. You know, she wasn't Lalana Kai, but no stretch of mention. But she did a really good job. There's no doubt about that. Let's see. I'm going to go past some of this stuff. A tag team, Eva and Adore. Now remember, I did not watch this program.
Envy and Adore.
I don't remember them. I do not remember. And he says, Rick Brooks says all he remembers is the farmer's daughter and Tina Morella. He does not remember anyone else.
I remember some Iraqi or Iranian lady on there. I don't remember exactly what it was that she did. But it didn't take long for that show to completely turn me off. I mean, completely turn me off.
Well, this is what happens. See, somebody like Steve Kern would jump out from underneath the ring and say, population 25. Just crazy stuff.
Yeah. And it was hard for me to watch. And I do believe at the same time, let me think, was that the same time that Tuesday Night Titans was on? Because that's another show I couldn't watch.
Oh, I used that Tuesday Night Titan.
Yeah, it was awful.
Vince was horrible at that. I'm sorry.
That is one of those things that even though it's on the WWE Network, I have never been enticed to watch again.
Yeah, that was horrendous.
When I would take Monday, what was the show called before they went to Raw? That Gorilla Monsoon
Primetime wrestling.
Primetime wrestling. I used to tape that. And I got the videos. I've got all the videos. I used to tape it every Monday night. And I took all the wrestling out and only kept the Bobby Heenan Gorilla Monsoon stuff. There's nothing else. There's no matches on it. It's just a whole video of Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan. That's the only reason I watched the show. I thought the matches were horrible. But I always thought Bobby Heenan was tremendous in that. And then they added Roddy Piper. You remember they added Roddy Piper in the primetime wrestling for a while, and that was good as well. But I didn't want to watch it if Bobby Heenan wasn't on it. And when they went on location with Bobby Heenan on primetime wrestling, superb stuff. It was just superb.
Yeah.
When they took him and he went to that western area, that western town, and he got shot. He got through out of windows. Just tremendous stuff. And see, people believe that that's just comedy. They believe that was Bobby Heenan being a straight man, basically. He wasn't really doing the stuff as a comedian. He was doing it. That was him. That was Bobby Heenan, just being Bobby Heenan. And people think they think that's the reason people watch wrestling, which it might be the reason they watch primetime wrestling. Because almost all that stuff was from the Superstars of Wrestling, Wrestling Challenge. And they had one other show.
And a lot of the stuff from Madison Square Garden, Philadelphia, Boston, they would show some stuff from there.
Yeah, and that was fine. I would usually watch it, but I always watch the Wrestling Challenge, Wrestling Superstar show anyway, and I thought it was good. But the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, not the greatest wrestling company of all time, but Michael Barr wanted to ask this question real quick. Jack, have you noticed WWE is in front of a live audience tonight?
Oh yeah, they've been back for a couple of weeks now.
Wrestling Forever said that Primetime had 3 different approaches: update show, talk show, and panel show.
Yep.
And Vashon getting married. That was the last time I ever watched the show. When they knocked the little man down and he lost the ring, that did me in for the rest of the time. I didn't want to watch. Now, I did want to watch it when Dick Murdoch and Adrian Donis was on there. That was a very entertaining show when they were on there. All right, folks, we're going to get off of here. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show. I'm going to get off here because I bit my tongue at some point. And I'm swallowing blood right now. And I don't know when I did it, but at some point.
No razor blades were used.
It was actually done the hard way. And I don't know what I did, but I've actually bit the side of my tongue. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and get some blood out of there, and I quit swallowing it. So thank each and every one of you for watching the show. If you enjoyed it, give us the big thumbs up. Subscribe to the page. Go one step further, hit that notification bell, and watch the video down below, and it will tell you what the other videos that you need.
Yeah, Wrestling Forever thought it was underrated, and it was an interesting promotion.
It was
still talking about it all these years later. So.
This is true. I had to give them. People are still talking about it. And that was in 1986. That was many, many years ago. Thank y'all so much. Thank each one of the insiders. We certainly do appreciate you supporting the channel. And we will see everybody tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll be back here. Yes, I did get some color. I don't know how I did it. I don't know. Just while I was talking, I bit the side of my tongue and it's bleeding. Thank y'all so much. We'll see everyone tomorrow night.